Before I begin the video, I just want to take a quick moment to say I've always tried to be incredibly careful when making these videos. These topics can be incredibly difficult to discuss, and it's really easy to upset people without even meaning to do so. I can't tell you how many videos I've put on private or just never published because I questioned some aspect of that video, which is why I've opened this channel to memberships where members would have access to all of those videos along with early access and sneak peeks to my upcoming videos. I might even throw in a members only live stream from time to time. But if memberships aren't for you and you really want to support this channel, you could always do so by leaving a tip in the tip jar, by clicking on the thanks option, or honestly just hitting the like button because it really does go a long way to help. I appreciate each and every one of you. So with that being said, grab a cup of coffee and let's get into the video, shall we? This is Sebastian Rogers, a 15-year-old boy from Hendersonville, Tennessee, who vanished without a trace on the night of February 26th, and so far, this is what we know.
Tonight, the parents of a missing teen in Sumner County described to us exclusively how they feel on day 8 of their son's disappearance. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Marius Payton.
And I'm Lauren Lowry. Sebastian Rogers is 15. He was last seen by his parents on February 25th in Hendersonville. Sebastian has autism, and he's gone without his medication this whole time. And since then, authorities have searched by air, by foot, and on horseback.
Helicopters, drones, and dive teams have also been brought in to try to find him.
Sebastian is a high-functioning autistic. Despite his condition, Sebastian's parents insist that he was cautious and he would not willingly go with a stranger. His father actually insisted that Sebastian would not get into a vehicle unless he knew the person.
Sebastian's father says his son would not go with a stranger.
It's up in the air for me because I don't think he would get into a vehicle with somebody unless he knew them.
Sebastian's mother claims that all of Sebastian's shoes were actually accounted for inside of the home, or in other words, that he must have left the house barefoot that night using only a flashlight. All of which does seem to be backed up by this home security footage captured the night Sebastian disappeared, which seems to show two figures with flashlights near the rear of Sebastian's home.
The video you're about to see is from early Monday morning, February 26th, around 3:10 a.m. Now, there are no street lights in the Stafford Court neighborhood, so it is at night pitch black. What you will see here are these 2 points of light believed to be people with flashlights in the area around Sebastian Rogers' Hendersonville home. It is believed Sebastian left his home barefoot and with a flashlight sometime overnight. Since his disappearance, authorities have reviewed security video from homes in the neighborhood looking for clues.
We have had several clips that have come in.
And this one is getting the most attention, showing signs of activity around Sebastian's home the night he disappeared. You see 2 light sources, which we've circled to help you follow. For point of reference, the security camera was pointed toward the back of Sebastian's home in a common area. In the video, you see subject 1 with a light source in the lower right-hand corner. Then you see subject 2 briefly appear and move toward the first before that light source is covered or obscured by bushes. Subject 1, a few seconds later, then moves out of frame. Then subject 2 reappears and follows subject 1 off screen. It's a short time later and it's very vague, but then you see one of the subjects moving quickly back through the common area, and that is it. I know, there's not much to see here. You certainly cannot identify anyone, but those close to the investigation tell me the mere fact that there is now evidence that someone is in the area around Sebastian's home is significant. This video shows suspicious activity in the immediate area the night Sebastian disappeared. Could one of these subjects have been Sebastian? Did he meet and leave with someone? So what exactly are we seeing here? I know investigators are doing what they can to try enhancing the video for any more clues. For now, this video is now part of the Sebastian Rogers missing person file, and I'm told it could become more significant depending on where the ongoing investigation leads. We'll be following that.
Law enforcement have conducted massive searches. They've scoured waterways, the woods, and basically everywhere they could think of within the county. They even used scent dogs, but none of them picked up a trace of Sebastian at all. They even searched the local landfill, but again, they found nothing. Sebastian's mother and stepfather gave an interview with the news, which was highly criticized here on social media, with countless people suggesting that they were acting strangely, but I rarely think body language analysis is reliable, and this case is no different.
Can you walk us through what you're thinking right now?
I just want my baby to be okay.
I don't know where he's at.
Mom Katie broke down several times in our interview, but says her hope is strong that her son Sebastian will be found safe and return home.
He's going to walk through that door, and this street will be flooded again with family and relatives all waiting to hug and love him. And
Stepdad Chris says it's been an emotional roller coaster that all started Sunday night, February 25th.
Pretty normal. He was playing in his room. When I told him to go to bed, he did. He said, "Good night, Mom, I love you."
Katie says she went to wake up Sebastian around 6 a.m. Monday for school, and he was gone. Within minutes, Katie says she was on the phone with Chris, who was working out of town, and they quickly called 911.
And he's not a runner. He's never run away before. I don't know why. I don't know why he walked out that door.
I mean, he's a good kid. He's not a mischievous child by any means.
Katie and Chris say Sebastian is not on social media. While he loves to play Minecraft, they tell me he does not have any online capabilities. I asked if there was any reason he might want to leave.
We've been combing over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. He's, that morning he was laughing, he was joking.
It's as if Sebastian vanished. No sign of him on any video throughout the community. Thousands of miles logged by law enforcement, canines, helicopters, even dive teams, and no sign of him. Chris and Katie tell me they've been harassed, people pointing fingers at them.
You're not in this situation. You don't quite understand. I wish people would step back, take a different wide open view, and not assume what they know. It's just better to stick to the facts.
Are you both in the clear?
I can tell you that Mom, myself, and the father have worked very fully and cooperatively with all agencies across the board. We have anything that they've wanted, we have provided.
What do you want to say to Sebastian? What do you want him to hear from you right now? That we love you so much, and we want you to come home, and you're not in trouble.
As of now, there's absolutely nothing to suggest that his family was involved in his disappearance whatsoever. I just think that Sebastian's parents' understanding of social media was deeply uninformed because apparently Sebastian wasn't allowed to use social media. However, during their interview, his parents said this.
Katie and Chris say Sebastian is not on social media. While he loves to play Minecraft, they tell me he does not have any online capabilities.
Minecraft is absolutely a form of social media built around a game where young people can meet up and chat with each other and play the game together. And it's also a fairly known breeding ground for predators to try to lure in children, and I am so worried that's exactly what happened to Sebastian.
Where children are spending their time online, predators are lurking. Virtual worlds are playgrounds where danger could just be a few clicks away. This is not a new problem, but one that has become heightened and even more severe in a post-pandemic world. The latest hunting ground is in video games.
The predators are master manipulators.
Garrett Nugent, an SDPD detective and task force commander with internet crimes against children, started to notice a trend in most children exploitation cases.
Minecraft, Roblox. They start there. They have a chat component to the game. The adults that are pretending to be children will go on, play the games, friend these children in those games, and develop a relationship with the kids.
This footage clearly shows someone waiting in the dark outside of Sebastian's home, and the light moving towards them is almost certainly Sebastian. This feels planned, calculated. It feels like whoever Sebastian was going to meet put a lot of thought into not being noticed or leaving a trace of any kind. So yeah, that's obviously not good. But if Sebastian ran off with someone who catfished him online, there's still a real possibility that he's alive. Him taking off with someone and getting in their car immediately explains why law enforcement could basically find no trace of him at all. I have no doubt whatsoever that law enforcement are trying to track down any vehicles seen on surveillance that were even somewhat near his home the morning he went missing, because it could be the key to finding him. And spreading this young man's picture as much as possible could very possibly save his life right now, because I believe there's a real possibility he could be anywhere in the United States at this point. And I truly hope the internet does what it does best and blasts this kid's face on every single platform, because now that law enforcement have put it out that they know someone was waiting outside of Sebastian's home, whoever took him knows it now too. And finding him as soon as possible couldn't possibly be more critical than it is. If you'd like to try to help spread awareness of Sebastian, or you'd like to spread his picture on social media, I've left links to pictures that you can download in the description of this video. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching.